beginning in, I don't know the right date, it's Palm Sunday in March. We're going to go to 2 services. And the reason we're doing that is just to make way for increase. You know, we know in our hearts that we're moving forward in the plan of God. God, you know, called this church into being here to be an influence in the city. We do have some land over across from the middle school here in town. Most of you know that. There's about almost 11 acres there. It's beautiful land. I love it. It's very peaceful and good place. And we've been working with an architect. You know, it's funny. We started working with this architect here in town. And right about that time, I got a postcard in the mail with this picture of a church on it. And you know, normally I probably wouldn't have even looked at it, but because we're thinking buildings and stuff, I said, wow, that is like cool. I mean, that is like something I dig. And so I gave it to the architect, and I said, hey, this is inspiration. Inspiration for how, you know, because they want you to tell your idea and stuff. But what was cool is Dana and I had this church that was on the postcard was in St. Cloud. Now, I don't go to St. Cloud a whole lot. Now, Mike, he probably does. But you know, I don't go there much. But we had a reason we had to go to Monticello a few weeks back, any case. And so what we did is we went a few hours earlier, and we went to St. Cloud, and we toured this church. It was so fun, and they were so cute. You know, the pastor made sure he was there when we came. We'd called ahead and told him we were coming, and asked if we could. And he was there, and he took Dana and I all through the church. They just built it in May, and you know, you know, first the secretary lady was showing us everything, but then the pastor came, well, did she show you this, and did she show you that? And I said, she did a good job. And he said, well, let me take it back. And he was just taking us all through and showing us every little thought and every, you know, thing he'd kind of pushed for. And I was like, yeah. So it's fun. But I want to tell you this, the day's coming here too. Hallelujah. What day is it? Well, I'll tell you what. Jesus is coming too. But I know this, we're moving forward. And what we're doing is as we're able to, we're making steps, okay? That's how faith works, you know. Faith is not, you know, putting a blindfold over your eyes and saying, all right, now see which way you're going to go. Faith is walking in the light. Faith is walking in the light. There's assurance in faith. Faith is not a scary thing. It's an assurance thing. It's seeing what God has for you, and it's stepping out in it. Hallelujah.